We shall now discuss about proteins. We know that milk, cheese, pulses, peanuts, fish, meat are all sources of proteins. Now, why is it essential that we should include proteins in our diet? It is because proteins are required for the growth and maintenance of body. Now, what are proteins? Proteins are polymers of alpha amino acids. A large number of amino acids join together to give proteins. So, proteins are polymers of alpha amino acids. Let us now discuss about amino acids. Amino acids are compounds which contain both amino and carboxyl functional group. So, both NH2 as well as COH group will be present in an amino acid. An alpha amino acid is represented as RCHNH2COOH. Various amino acids are glycine, alanine, valine, leucine. Glycine is NH2CH2COOH. It is represented as GLY or capital G. Alanine is CH3CHNH2COOH. It is represented as ALA or A. Valine is CH3 twice CH CHNH2COOH and it is represented as VAL or capital V. Let us now discuss about the classification of amino acids. Based upon the number of amino groups and carboxyl groups present, we can have three different types of amino acids: acidic, basic and neutral. Acidic amino acids contain more number of carboxyl functional group, whereas basic amino acids contain more number of NH2 groups, whereas neutral amino acids contain equal number of NH2 and COH groups. Amino acids can also be classified as essential and non-essential amino acids. Essential amino acids are those amino acids which cannot be synthesized by the body. It should be obtained from the diet. Valine and leucine are examples. Now, what are non-essential amino acids? Non-essential amino acids are those amino acids which can be synthesized in the body. For example, glycine, alanine. Amino acids are crystalline solids. They are water soluble. They have high melting point. So, amino acids are considered to be high melting solids. They behave like salts. It is because of the presence of the basic NH2 group and acidic COH group. Now consider the alpha amino acid RCHNH2COOH. In an aqueous solution, carboxylic acid group can donate a proton and the NH2 group can accept a proton. So amino acid exists in the form RCHNH3 plus COO minus. It exists as a dipolar ion. This dipolar ion is known as Zwitter ion. In the Zwitter ion form, amino acid is found to exhibit amphoteric behavior. It shows that in Zwitter ion form, amino acids can react with acids as well as with bases. Now consider alpha amino acid, that is RCHNH2COOH. Alpha amino acids are found to be optically active. It is due to the presence of an asymmetric carbon. The alpha carbon is asymmetric in alpha amino acids. We know that an asymmetric carbon is that carbon which is attached to 4 different atoms or group of atoms. So since the alpha carbon in alpha amino acid is asymmetric, alpha amino acid is optically active. Naturally occurring amino acids are found to have an L configuration. L configuration because the NH2 group is on the left hand side. Let us now discuss about the structure of proteins. We know that proteins are polymers of alpha amino acids. The different amino acids are joined together by peptide bond. So next we should know what is meant by a peptide bond. CONH bond is known as a peptide bond and it is formed by the interaction of the COH group of one amino acid with the NH2 group of the other amino acid. For example, consider two amino acids, glycine and alanine. Glycine is NH2CH2COOH and alanine is NH2CH3COOH. When the COH group of glycine interacts with the NH2 group of alanine, CONH bond is formed by the removal of a molecule of water. So this bond, that is CONH bond, is known as peptide bond. We get a dipeptide and the name of the dipeptide is glycylalanine. Just like dipeptide, we can also get tripeptide. It will be formed when three amino acids interact with each other. And in a tripeptide, two peptide bonds will be present. Just like a tripeptide, we can have tetrapeptide, pentapeptide and so on. Now, if the number of amino acids is more than 10, then the product is called polypeptide. If more than 10 amino acids are present, we call it as polypeptide. What are proteins? Proteins are those polypeptides with more than 100 amino acid residues and the molecular mass will be higher than 10,000 U. Insulin is a protein. The number of amino acids present is 51, but it has well-defined configuration of protein. Hence, insulin is considered as a protein.